Hello. In this video, I will walk you through how Prodly AppOps Release can enable version control capabilities for your Salesforce reference data records with a VC repository, such as GitHub. Prodly is a company who believes business system admins are more productive, introduce less risk in day-to-day operations, and can deliver more frequent improvements to the business when they apply agile development best practices to their work. We are building our AppOps platform to automate the entire development lifecycle for low-code applications, giving administrators easy-to-use tools for change management, version control, regression testing, and data deployment. Our newest product, Version Control, sets up a source of truth for the reference data that underpins the Salesforce solutions in your landscape. It empowers administrators to identify changes to reference data across orgs and manage data deployments via integration to an existing version control repository. If you're a skeptic about data versioning, talk to a development manager who has to manage the differences in code between their test environment and production to avoid introducing unwanted changes that can introduce new bugs when deploying changes. By using a version control system for metadata, the dev manager can easily collaborate with team members to review and confirm changes against the most recent code base, then approve and promote changes into a production environment. Even better, if using a version control system, it's less likely that bugs are introduced at all. With the popularity of low-code platforms like Salesforce, administrators can quickly create innovative solutions with clicks not code to enable new ways for your company to grow. A lot of these solutions are set up without code and instead with reference data records like price book entries or products. The current challenge is that once these solutions are live, most companies haven't adopted governance processes for ensuring new updates to reference data are tested and deployed securely. If a bug slips its way through the cracks, your customers will let you know about it. This is where a version control system for your reference data can help. To leverage version control for your Salesforce org, you need three things: an active license to the Prodly AppOps Managed package in your control org, an active GitHub account for your organization, and Salesforce reference data to be used for versioning. After these items are set up, the following process can be utilized. Create a control org connection within the Prodly app and determine objects to be included, such as products, price rules, and other reference data objects. The Prodly service will extract records and relationships from your Salesforce org and commit a data file for each object into Git, establishing your V1 version of your data within a main branch. Next, create new connections to sandboxes in your stack and determine objects to be included. The Prodly service will load records and respect relationships into your Salesforce org and commit a data file for each object into Git, establishing your V1 version of your data within new feature branches correlating to your sandboxes. After all data has been synchronized, begin to create changes to data in your Salesforce development org and update back into the Git feature branch. For example, after changes are made in your dev org, commit the changes into your dev feature branch, then promote changes from your dev branch to your UAT branch. To do this, perform a pull request within Git between feature branches, which will establish a new version for records. Matches between records will be established by the Prodly service based on our virtual external ID upsert method logic based on prior deployments. When all changes are analyzed between branches in Git, merge changes to establish a new version of the data within a feature branch. After you have a new version of the data within a feature branch, perform a pull request for the feature branch version of the data into your UAT Salesforce org. This is done via the Prodly app in your control org, and during the pull request, the Prodly service will find the applicable record ID based on prior usage and perform updates or inserts. If all changes in your UAT org are correct, repeat the steps in Git to merge changes from your UAT feature branch into your production master branch. This will establish the source of truth for these reference data records and create a new version of the data, version 2, within your master branch. After you have established a new version of the data within your master branch, perform a pull request into your production Salesforce org, which again is managed via the Prodly app. If there are unwanted changes made in production after the version 2 master branch pull request, changes can be reverted back by reverting to a previous version, version 1, within Git and perform another pull request into your production Salesforce org. This will deploy changes as they were in your initial state at the start of this overview. If you have any questions about our version control product, feel free to reach out to us at any time by visiting prodly.co. Thanks for taking time to learn more about Prodly and the AppOps platform.